All right, let me tell you about this cross. Okay, it's a horseshoe nail cross, and this is handmade, and it's got a twisted wire, and this bottom part will move. And it's got the ball bearing chain to it. But it's super heavy duty. And they're nails that go in horseshoes. Isn't that neat? And the front and the back are pretty much the same. Anyway, so let me tell you about these crosses. There's a guy that attends one of the churches I like to go to, Methodist. I did a lot of YouTube vlogs of uh, uh, their barbershop quartet guys over there. And this guy and his wife attend that church. And his wife's name is Pat. And they travel the country in their RV. Uh, and they go to visit different churches. And so when they were traveling around August in 2016, they came to a small church outside of Lake Ouachita, Arkansas. And when they went inside for the service, someone greeted them by taking off a cross that they were wearing and gave it to Ron. And so Ron thought that was really neat. And when he got back home to Florida, he figured out how to make the crosses. So he makes, like 125 of them a week starting then, and was handing them out to anyone that wanted one. So like everyone in the church has one of these crosses. He can't ride a motorcycle anymore because he has macular degeneration. And when he heard um, that one of his friends was going to a bike fest, he made a big batch of them, and he gave them to the guy to take to the bike fest. And so it's really kind of neat. I've seen so many of his crosses through the years in the area. I went to a Harley Davidson event. My little girl and I, we went, and we did a YouTube vlog of that. It was over by the Walmart over in this Fort Walton area of Florida, and they had a booth and had a bunch of these crosses like this. And I thought they were just beautiful. And I was like, okay, so how much are they? And, I had stood there and talked to him for about 10, 15 minutes. I also YouTubed them because they had a lot of vendors out there for that big event. They had entertainment. They had free food. It was hard to believe. They had a free, full, fresh cooked breakfast, pancakes, whatever you wanted. And they had all these people selling over there all kinds of different stuff, from stickers to pins to just all kinds of different little things. And one of the biggest was these crosses. And so I YouTubed everybody around and YouTubed the events. They had like some burnout events and stuff, and the guy that owns the old Harley place was there too, and so it was a lot of fun. But that's on my YouTube channel. There's a bunch of vlogs of that. And so when I went, and I talked to them at that booth for a little while, and I said, well, how much are those crosses? And so they gave me one, and that was really impressive. And so anyway, they're really heavy duty. They're very well made. A lot of people don't understand what they are. You see them sold online, and they don't know crap of what they're talking about. But they'll call it a horseshoe cross and all that. There's no horseshoes in it at all. There's horseshoe nails, the nails that you use to attach a horseshoe to a horse's hoof to protect the hooves from cracking and breaking and infecting and all that kind of stuff. And you know, that's what those nails are used for. And so I got a friend of mine up in Georgia, and he made my daughter a handmade nail at an event we went to. And his name is Danny. And he knows how to blacksmith, which, you know, a lot of that stuff's so rare anymore to see. Um, so that was really nifty. He handmade a nail right in front of her and gave it to her as a gift. And that was pretty cool. But so, you know, it's definitely an art. Um, but the guy today, he's like 80 years old. Um, and I don't know if his wife is still alive. She was battling breast cancer um, back, I guess, around 2016, and or maybe even earlier. So I don't even know if she's still around anymore, but apparently he still is. And he wanted to get into making the crosses. He was starting with like 1,000 a year. He said, "I'm going to do 1,000 a year." Then he decided he wanted to do 2,000 a year. And so that's what he did, and has apparently been doing it for years. So that's kind of nifty. But anyway, I just thought I'd tell you the story about the horseshoe cross. Now, his wife said one day, "I don't know why you don't make like a pink one." And so he did. And there's a little pink one. And he started doing different colors. He didn't like to do the colors as well. He did like to do the red because it represents the blood. And then you have the iron cross. So, interesting. So I guess he graduated into all kinds of different colors. But I guess his personal preference is the real plainy ones. But I always understood them to be the biker's cross. And it's actually, you know, he's an avid biker, but he can't ride anymore. He had to stop riding because he got ill. And he just loved to ride. And so if you ever see him at a biker event of any kind, he's the guy with the crosses. His name is Ron Gross. Gross. And some people call him Ron Cross. But anyway, I hope you have a good one. And I hope you learned about Ron Gross's crosses and the story behind it. You guys have a great evening. Do something kind for a stranger. Love every day, because every day you wake up, it's another blessed day. One way or another, it's blessed. Love you, everybody. See you in the next one.